Hello, multimedia. We went over a lot of different things the other day, but then whenever I was doing this assignment, I kind of came across some things that I thought I better point out to you. We're going to be using specific colors for one thing. So I call these little shapes here your mountain areas. So you'll want to like start from the back and work your way forward. If you see whenever I hover over top of them, it's not like I just drew the line. I actually drew a whole entire shape. So you'll start with the mountain areas. And one of the things that I say is that you want to use a specific color. So when you choose your fill, you'll see here that we're doing RGB. So I'm going to give you very specific RGB colors. Now, when we work in Illustrator, we typically work with CMYK, but that's one of the features that's not available. Same concept, it's a combination of those three colors. So make sure that you're paying attention to what's instructed in your assignment sheet. One of the other things that I encountered was whenever I was drawing my cattails, I wanted to do a rounded rectangle. And I kind of cheated a little bit. I drew my rectangle and I drew it bigger, made it rounded, and then sized it accordingly. But I definitely needed to zoom in on it to see it better. And so up here in your top left-hand corner, you have a zoom feature. You can just choose the plus sign, and then you can see that it's much easier to do. And then whenever I change it to my sub-select, I get these little red circles, and that's what allows me to adjust my rounded corners. And then I can zoom back out. Now, one of the defaults that I wasn't quite used to, but obviously you guys not using the program is no big deal, is that you can see here that I actually drew outside of what they call the canvas, because you can see I actually kind of like had some chaos happening here in this, oops, let me get it, this one here, over here on the left-hand side, in order to make it into a closed shape. So one thing that might help you with that, since that disappears on the side, is if you go to view and you can choose fast view, and then you can actually see how it is overflowing along the edges, which is fine because all they're really concerned about is what would look like if we printed it, and it would make it a nice straight line there. So that's your view, fast view. If I uncheck that, that goes away. You also may need to use your rulers. So again, that's canvas, show rulers. Notice that my shapes overlap, and so you want to make sure that when you're doing it that they don't create any kind of weird blank space happening there. When you draw this guy here, the tree trunk, all I really did was I just used my freehand tool and I just made it a varying length. Now I did get this rounded by choosing the line, and then in your borders I chose this advanced settings, and then I chose the ends to be round, which made it slightly different. You can see here like what it would look with square and round, kind of made it a little bit better. We didn't talk about the star the other day, but the star was in your shapes, so you can see there. And then another thing that I did was I worked with my layers. You can see if I select any of these layers over here, it will automatically select the item that's on that layer. And so as I go down here, you can see I click on the polygon and it shows me my stars. And so I added the dark blue sky after the fact. And so I added a new layer. So if you choose new layer, then you're drawing on that layer. You can also adjust these as far as arranging the stacking order. So you can do that a couple of different ways. I can right click on the object, and then I can choose, oops, I need my regular selection. Arrange, and then you have these guys here. But you also have those same options up here at the top with your bring forward and send back. So that was a handy feature that I used quite often while I was creating this. Also, you'll notice that none of these shapes actually have a border. Now, obviously the tree trunk and my little stems here, those are borders because they're lines. But my mountain areas, the grass, the water, they do not have borders. So if I select this guy, I was having troubles actually choosing delete to remove the selected border, which could be like a feature of the purchasing one, but I was able to fix it easily by just putting in a 0 here, and then it got rid of the border. Now, when you first start drawing, that border won't even be there. So this might not be an issue for you. I'm just saying that if you get into that particular portion, it's an easy fix just to change to a 0. I think that that's all I really needed to show you just to make sure that you were successful. I only assigned 2 assignments this week. This one will probably take you a little bit of time just because it takes a little practice to kind of get a hang of using that freehand tool and coming to the end where it actually kind of closes the shape, and you can apply a fill to it. If you have any questions, be sure to reach out. Otherwise, good luck and happy drawing.